Hallo, herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Space Pirates and Zombies 2. Wir sind mittlerweile so weit, dass wir unsere eigene Fraktion starten können, aufbauen können. Wir haben hier einen Zombie-Sektor mit unserer ehemaligen Crew, den Jamison, wie er heißt. Und wir haben uns hier das kleine Stückchen mal gesucht, um uns dort auszubreiten. Da haben wir nämlich ganz gut von jedem Ressourcen. Und da werde ich jetzt meine Starbase aufbauen. Was machen wir denn da? Faction Skill. Power. Hull. Engines. Oh, schwierig. Ich glaube, wir nehmen einfach mal klassisch Power. Hey, klaut mir nicht mein Zeug.
What happened? I feel like it's a Saturday morning.
You went on a suicidal rampage after Admiral Ugly went and stabbed us all in the back. I had to sedate you and take over ship operations. Please do not hit me.
That really happened. Our base is toast. Half the sector is screaming for our blood, rightfully so. And now you are labeling me as mentally unfit for duty. This is my new low point by a huge margin. I don't even know where to begin. I'm so bloody tired.
Allow me to suggest a strategy in your time of pathetic weakness. If we apply enough ordnance and slave labor to this problem, we are left with a survivable remainder. Let us do what we have always done. Rally the simpletons of the galaxy with the promise of candy and credits. From there, we can force them to give their lives for our cause, so that we do not have to.
Sigh. You're right. And you were right for putting me down. I can't fight this thing with my hate alone. We're going to need to make a pile of new allies, or find a pile of new guns, or come across a pile of luck. Either way, we better start knocking on some doors.
You'll be saving the monkeyverse with the power of friendship and hand-holding. Dee's here metal mother will bear the burden. She will hold the torch for the herd to follow.
Ja, dann expandieren wir mal. Auf jeden Fall werden wir hier mal ein bisschen Expansion zahlen. Die Scraps haben wir ja. Ach, da können wir eigentlich all in gehen. So. Was hat denn der so zu verkaufen? Ach Gott, das ist ja hier alles Schrott. So, wir können direkt mal hier ein bisschen so Goons. Hey, was wird denn das hier? Die greifen ja direkt an. Sowas. So nicht, Freunde. So nicht. Jetzt müssen wir nur mal schauen, dass wir irgendwie Alliierte rankriegen. Naja, der erste ist schon mal... Ne, ist doch da. Bevor der drauf geht, gehen wir auch direkt. So, kann ich hier irgendwie... Naja, ich kann von aus der Entfernung... So, kann ich dir zum Beispiel sagen hier, hey, what's up, man? Join... Oh, 44... Oh, sehr gut. Ah, schade.
Alert, we are receiving an incoming transmission from an unknown sender. This communication may be harmful to your computer.
Elsa, let's get real. I know you are trying to amass a force against me. Do you even realize the opportunity we've been given here?
Der schon
Pointless
wieder.
faction war, the red shortage. It's all going to be a thing of the past within a few weeks. Just trust me, Elsa. This isn't like what happened with Gibson.
Trust you? How can you even say that to me? Look at your face. This is the clockwork all over again. If you have even a shred of humanity within you, you'll pull out your sidearm and put a bullet in your brain this instant.
It was to be expected I would have to trade some of my dashing good looks as I strengthened the bond with the pathogen, but that doesn't make me a slave to it.
I did not conceive it possible for you to become even more hideous. The bar has been raised. Or lowered. It depends upon your frame of reference.
Jameson, just tell me this one thing. How long have you been blowing smoke up my tailpipe? How long have you been this way?
You're so hung up on irrelevancy, but I'll answer this one question if it will return you to the realm of reason. I clued in sometime after the war. I'm sure I harbored it for a long while, but after we killed the entity, its influence was subtle. Sure, I still carried the pathogen, but nothing was driving it. For years, I literally had zero symptoms. Without a cure, I knew the UTA would put me on the burn list without hesitation. So, I resigned from service and came looking to make peace with you. I knew you wouldn't leave the infection remnant to fester, so it was the best chance I had to find some answers. Or at least, closure. It wasn't until years later did I begin to realize that this influence was a two-way street. Then things got really interesting.
So that is why the dormant infection we discovered awoke upon our arrival. It was reacting to your presence. Very interesting. Are you able to communicate with it in some way? How are you able to pass down your orders to your subjects? Pheromone secretion? Territorial marking with urine? It is the urine. I am certain of it.
I'm terminating this transmission. We're done talking to the enemy. Everyone get back to work. We have stickies to waste.
Stickies. I just cannot get my scanning gear initialized fast enough. And sure,
Only
you
try to
probably
check
would
the
quit every
whole
encounter with
galaxy.
these fascinating life forms. Just try not to let them infect the ship. Wash your hands vigorously. Finally, we are now in a position where we do not have to perform every single laborious task with our own two hands. This is the top of the so-called food chain. If we wish to remain the apex predator, we will need to staff up with a variety of Marans, simpletons, and imbeciles.
Wie ist der so drauf? Den kriegen wir doch auch auf unsere Seite. Perfekt. Neutral. Da haben wir doch bestimmt nicht viel zu zahlen, ist der. Nee, Quatsch. Offer. Was hätte er denn wohl gerne? Was hätte er denn wohl gerne? Sowas hier? Wir rechnen es noch. Ja, das geben wir ihm. Und ein bisschen da. Uiuiui. So viel hätte ich ihm gar nicht geben müssen. Neutral. Ah, was ist denn das? Kämpfen sie gegeneinander. Tatsache. Das müssen wir mal wegmachen.
Still beating your fist raw against a brick wall, I see. It really is sad how little foresight you have. Just look around.
Will der denn dauernd von
Look
uns
at all
hier?
the damage humanity has done. Do you really think I'm in it to make things worse than they already are? If I wanted to destroy humanity, all I would have to do was nothing at all.
You might be able to convince yourself this is in everyone's best interest, but I can say without a doubt that whatever relationship you have with this corruption, you are not wearing the pants.
You're still not making the logical leap here. Do you know what happens in nature when the alpha dies? Everyone gets a welcome promotion. This pathogen is no different. Without the elderly here, its subjects inherit from whatever source is strongest. It's a simple evolution. We did such a meticulous job of wiping them out
the
the last
alpha
time.
now.
I'm now seniority. I'm the alpha now. That means anything infected now falls in line beneath me and me alone.
While we are making analogies of animal nature, allow me to remind you that it is also common for a variety of lesser life forms to fornicate with siblings. Tell me, how many brothers have you fathered since your decline into the social hierarchy of infectious diseases?
It sickens me to think I've somehow helped you achieve your perverted goals of conquest. I should have ended you years ago when I had the chance.
Help me, Elsa. Without you, none of this would be possible. You put me on the throne. You literally gave me a base, an army, and a golden opportunity. I'm here because of you. I'm in this to an end. Consider that before you come knocking on my door looking for a fight.
Ach ja.
Metamagon mode activated.
Naja, das sollte ja hier machbar sein. Ach, ist ja schon. So. Okay, das sollten die hinkriegen. So, wir sind da. Das ist ja ständig leer gekauft hier.
What is it about me anyway? Just why can't I see the fox in the hen house? This really is happening again. Life as we know it hangs by a thread, and I'm yet again responsible for it.
While this is all clearly and absolutely your fault, it would be hypocritical to chastise you for it. A butterfly flaps its wings and a billion stars plummet into a black hole. That is just the nature of the universe, and these events can be impossible to foresee. Your brain is just too small and smooth. The blatant reality is, not only was Admiral Ken Opener able to fool you, but also the ship's computer, and more unintelligibly, myself.
Well, isn't this just Tinder? Your real problem is you care too much. You talk tough, but I know you're better than that. You are not fit to make the hard calls. You think everyone can just get along, hold hands, and pet ponies all day. The reality is, this galaxy is getting crowded. Life isn't very special anymore when it's divided by an uncountable number. Without leadership, without control, people are just an infection too. The sooner you realize that, the sooner we can get back on the same page.
9000 fails to understand how this has communication access to the ship. Are you all so terminally deaf that you can't even hang up the receiver when you are done conversing? Stupid. So stupid.
Skid Bar of 9000. Der hat ja nur Schrott hier. Naja. Also dann... Neutral, Hostile. Ja, der da. Dann bauen wir uns doch mal da eine Basis auf.
Elsa, now you are really
Ach komm,
starting
kann man
to
denn hier
piss
nicht
me
in Ruhe
right off.
fliegen?
I'm trying so hard to save lives, to end this war, this strife. And here you are, trying to martyr yourself like a moth to the flame.
Rising up to stamp out pieces of garbage like yourself is what us humans do best. You shouldn't have underestimated us. You picked the wrong side of this war. You always were a loser, and I'm going to make sure the whole universe knows it.
Look, let me be honest with you. I detest that ship, that crew, taking orders. For voyage's sake, I was a ranking admiral of the UTA before being a babysitter for a bunch of misfits. I would love for nothing more than to see the ship burn. Elsa, the only reason I don't vaporize you is solely out of respect for you alone. You are the only one on that ship that can be considered a human being. I'd hate for you to end up being a casualty in all of this, but I'm giving you a fair warning. Push this any further, and a casualty is all you'll ever amount to.
Ja, sehr gut. Darf ich dann jetzt mal Kreuzwetting? Can I be... klar. Immer her damit. So funktioniert das hier. Sehr gut. So langsam wächst unsere... Was ist denn da los? Wir sind ja schon hier voll drauf.
Let's just say, for the sake of humor, you were able to make it all the way here, past my armada of ships, and put an end to my so-called reign of terror. Then what? Happily ever after. You can't be the naive, the res, the infection, humanity, the void itself. It's all connected. Without encounter force, life itself will grow and devour everything. There will be nothing left to eat by the end of it. Not a second thought will be given to the boneyard left behind. What kind of organism does that sound like to you?
I am in agreement that the sheer unwashed masses can be disgusting and repulsive. However, as troublesome as these meat husks may be, you have no right to extinguish humanity as a whole. It is beneath me to prepare my own sustenance, among a variety of other tasks. Therefore I require these husks to be at my beckon at all times. This is something that I cannot allow you to take from me.
What he said.
Also, Build Starbase machen wir jetzt hier. Shields. So, ach so, dann müssen wir hier noch einen Leader. Am besten einen. Ach so, die sind ja alle relativ. Nehmen wir doch den hier.
How are we coming along with those projections? I'm getting anxious to go on the offensive for a change.
Find it within yourself to summon a sliver of patience. My cerebrum is already overclocked trying to calculate our odds of survival come lunchtime, let alone the outcome of this entire war. We are simply not yet prepared to assault the central infection.
You will never be ready, nor will you ever see the
Mischt er sich denn immer ein?
Everything you could possibly hope to accomplish here is pointless in the end.
You say that now, but soon enough I'll be spitting on your smoldering corpse. I've killed the dark entity once already, so you could say I am a veteran zombie slayer by now. You, on the other hand, still have your apocalypse training wheels on.
Elsa, you can't kill something that feeds on death. This infection. It is the empty life. It is the counter to the ungoverned multiplication of biology. While life evolves simply through living, this infection does quite the opposite. The harder you fight against it, the more it iterates and evolves. You destroy the dark entity, only to give rise to its successor in me. If you destroy me, what do you think will come after? Consider your actions carefully, Elsa, before you proceed any further down this road.
Darf ich dann jetzt mal... Wir brauchen unbedingt ein bisschen Res. Achso, warte mal, eigentlich wollte ich das hier noch ein bisschen... Zumindest 1, 2 Mal. So. Dann ein bisschen davon. Der klaut mir mein Zeug.
You really want to know what the
Och,
dark entity
komm.
is, where it came from. It's just an uncorporated alien
Bisschen
life form.
viel Text an
While
dieser
quantum
Stelle.
frequency matter makeup may seem like magic to the limited scientific understanding of humanity, it is anything but a god. There were a time where billions of these creatures roamed the universe, devouring res too advanced, not unlike we have done. You of course should know all this by now. You would help repair the ancient alien gate that allowed us to destroy the dark entity. Who do you think built them in the first place?
You are perpetually incorrect, stupid, and ugly as usual. Why would such an advanced alien species not only engineer their own destruction, but leave such a tool behind for others to use against them?
Because when the dark entity manifested itself to them, it would have been something else, something less advanced, something they could overcome. I'm sure for a time, these aliens relished in a flawless victory over the darkness. But, like you are witnessing now, evolution can happen faster than you can blink. The entity inherited their form, using it to obliterate them. In death, it grew stronger. Just like how they had done, you destroyed the entity from a time forgotten, forcing it to adapt. Now I am its revision. I am its evolution.
Nothing that a few billion gigaliters of bleach won't clean up.
Kommt bestimmt gleich wieder eine Nachricht hier.
Resource acquired.
Ah. What's up? Ja, der hat doch ein ganz lustiges Schiff. Nehmen wir...
You can't stop it.
Oh.
This is the nature of the universe itself. Would you rather this new age be ushered in by the will of an extinct alien race, or whatever forsaken incantation succeeds me? At least now, there is some humanity governing the process. We don't have to wipe the slate clean. We can save a lot of people.
How many are going to have to die before you are satisfied? How many will you cull like cattle? That doesn't sound very human-like to me. In fact, I'm so bloody sick of hearing you shit out your mouth I simply can't stand it a second longer. Computer,
Na endlich.
block all incoming transmissions from this IP address.
What
Ah,
you did
IP
2
address.
ages ago is beyond the calculation ability of 9000's operating system. You have wasted precious time allowing yourself to be antagonized. You are far too pretty to be making decisions that affect galactic continuity.
Skid, I am going to pound your nose into a pancake with a red brick the next time you... Oh, forget it. Talking to you is like pissing gasoline onto a campfire.
Gas or what?
So, meine Güte, wir sind ja hier... Also... Ah, da haben sie schon ein bisschen weiter, aber das macht ja nichts. Also, wir brauchen Res. Res! Ah, vielleicht
Your
soll...
voicemail inbox has run out of available memory. You have 359 unread messages from
Pick up the phone, Nelson.
push 1 to listen to all 359 messages, or push 7 to delete all 359 messages.
7? Where is that bloody 7 key? I just can't seem to push it fast enough, or hard enough.
Jameson is likely losing his easily perplexed mind contemplating the possibility of his defeat. That single and solitary fact fills me with orgasmic pleasure.
So, darf ich dann jetzt, bevor wieder 581,97 Anrufe kommen? Ja, das sieht ja aktuell, bin ich mit denen echt
As
verfeindet?
much as 9000 does not respect any of you even in the slightest. I must say it has been amusing watching you manipulate a flock of sheep to slaughter themselves before you consider putting yourself in any danger. 9,000 pips 9,000 hat to your skills of deceit. You are all truly horrible people. 10 out of 10. Galaxy again.
Let's not mix words. We all hate each other, but that's what makes us the best of friends, I think. Regardless, we wouldn't all be here if we all didn't suck it up. I know you all could have offloaded at the nearest port, and I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with. Whatever happens next, I just want you all to know how immeasurably proud I am of each of you. If we don't make it through the coming storm, then it's been an honor. If we do make it through this, you all owe me a round at the pub. Captain's orders.
What was this? A Saturday morning cartoon. You really think this is going to wrap up into a happy ending?
Level
No,
30.
I really can't stand to see you struggle with this any longer. You know where I live. You come on by when you were ready to settle this face to face.
Game saved.
Geh weg. Geht doch.
Added to cargo.
So, also das müssen wir jetzt hier mal auf jeden Fall unterbinden. Dann wäre eigentlich nicht schlecht, wenn wir die Ecke da unten noch bekämen.
Activated.
Aus dem Weg. Wupp, 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 wupp. Peng, puff, boing. Ah, so schnell kann es gehen. So, kann ich das von hier aus machen? Raids. Ja. Ist wohl so. Kann ich da sehen, wie der Raid aktuell läuft? Nee, kann ich nicht. Und der hat auch noch Goons da. Mal gucken, was da oben so abgeht. Ja, jetzt ist es erstmal daran, ein bisschen hier aufzubauen. Ah, Res, sehr gut. Wir müssen unbedingt hier ein paar Goons loswerden. Das ist viel zu viel. Viel zu viel. Das müssen wir mal verkaufen. Das verkaufen wir. Das verkaufen wir. Dann verkaufen wir das kleine hier nicht. So. Müssen wir uns ein bisschen schneller bewegen können. Da das eh so unbewacht ist, da unten die Ecke. Huch, gleich 2. Ja, unbedingt. Und der nächste will auch Member sein, na, aber natürlich sind zwar ein bisschen seltsame Typen, aber ist okay.
Extracted.
So, wie weit sind wir denn jetzt hier? Raids. 28. Naja. Greift der jetzt an? Nee. Du doch nicht. Scavenge, I'm your captain. Oh, was ist denn da los? Mr. Milkman. Oh, komm ich mal rum.
Activated.
Glaubst du echt, du kommst davon?
Target locked. Obliterated.
Und wenn ich dich wegramme, du bist echt ganz schön schnell, ey. Ah, da ist noch einer, aber boah, ist der schnell.
Engaging.
Müssen wir das einfach zerstören. Na, clever. Stellt sich davor. Nicht mit mir. So. Wo ist denn der andere? Schon weg. Sehr gut. Ist er eh schon weg, oder? Ja, viel hat er nicht mehr. Und da geht er down. Da geht er down. Das andere war nur ein Transporter. Boom. Boom. Jetzt boom. So, das... nee, das will ich nicht. Greifen wir die jetzt an. Da habe ich mir schön erstmal keine Freunde gehabt. Die sind alle noch neutral. Wenn ich den jetzt angreife, bin ich natürlich direkt dran, ne?
Game saved.
Vielleicht geht's ja mit einem normalen Raid auch. Na? Wirst du wohl.
Atomizing mode activated.
Sind ja schon fast kaputt hier. Haut der ab oder was macht der da? Bleibst du hier? Hoppala. Da war was im Weg. Nein, jetzt kommt er wieder. So.
Your stupid base is stupid. Oh, you're dead, you're dead, you're freaking dead, you're gonna die.
Ich glaube nicht mit deinem Popelschiff da.
Take care of
Atomizing
my
mode
mom calling. See
activated.
you later.
Wo ist es denn? Ah, hinter mir irgendwo. Da. Ich könnte es ja voll wegrammen. Bam! Torpedos! Feuer!
Kill, kill, kill.
Bam! Rammen! Rammen! Rammen wir es gegen den Meteoriten da! Perfekt. Müssen wir nur abhauen, das war uns die Explosion, aber das ist so weit unten. Na, das erledigt sich von alleine. Ne, Guns brauchen wir nicht. Naja, die 7 nehmen wir mit. Die 7 können wir auch mitnehmen.
If you think these data allocations are
new
impressive,
course
you should see my ventriloquism technique.
Increases reload speed. %, da müsste ja gleich was passieren. Wir fliegen mal in der Zeit zum Raid, zum Res. Ah, Game saved, das ist gut. Hey, was wird denn das da? Alter. Ja, was machen die denn da?
I just don't have the time for this. I'm very busy.
Muss ich dich jetzt nochmal kaputt machen, damit du es lernst? Roms. Ich schieb dich in den Meteoriten da rein. Also die Rampentechnik funktioniert echt gut. So, ausrichten. Feuermarsch. Macht halt Hölle viel Schaden. Und ist, ja, dadurch sehr effizient. Wenn die Schilder einmal unten sind, wegrammeln und gut ist. Ist vielleicht ein bisschen zu viel Schaden. Ja, dass der nichts hat, ist mir klar. So, ist das jetzt gleich hier fertig oder was?
Game saved.
Ach, irgendwie ist das jetzt hier aufgehört, oder was? %? Irgendwas ist da im Gange, ich weiß nur noch nicht was. Wir haben hier ein bisschen was zu reparieren. Da ein bisschen was. 1%, naja, was soll's. Kann ich hier eigentlich sagen, weiß ich, wo ist denn hier die Mainbase? Da oben? Clairvaux? Nö. Ah, hier kann ich... Ah, warte mal, dann müsste doch eigentlich... Aliens, sehr gut. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Dann haben wir ja schon mal hier... eine... Oh, was ist da los? Das kannst du aber mal vergessen. 90%. Bis ich da bin, ist irgendwas passiert. Ach so, jetzt kann er wieder. Oder jetzt macht er wieder. Ja, ich werde mal offscreen ein paar Territorium einnehmen und in der nächsten Folge sehen wir dann, wie es mit der Zombie-Kalypse weitergehen wird. Oder wenn irgendwas Spannendes passiert zwischendurch. In dem Sinne, gehabt euch wohl, macht's gut und bis zum nächsten Mal. Wiedersehen.